What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update and fourth stimulus check update, as there's multiple different buckets of money on the horizon. The fourth stimulus check package that has already been announced, and there's dozens of Democratic senators and House of Representatives pushing for not only one stimulus check in the next stimulus package or the fourth stimulus check package, but monthly reoccurring stimulus checks that they're pushing for to be in that. We also have on the horizon the $200 per month Social Security increase, the $10,000 or more of student loan forgiveness, the $15,000 homebuyer credit, the $7,000 funeral credit, the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credit that was passed in the third stimulus check package. We got a lot of things on the horizon, and we got some new guidance today from the IRS. Lots to talk about. We're going to jump right in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on updates on the third stimulus check package and the fourth stimulus check package. Don't forget to hit the like button, and let's jump right in. The White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says that she would welcome former President Donald Trump urging his supporters, aka Republicans, to get vaccinated.
Well, if former President Trump woke up tomorrow and wanted to be more vocal about the safety and efficacy of the campaign of the vaccine, certainly we'd support that. But also, I think what's important to note is that, as I noted, 81% of Republicans said they would trust their own doctor or healthcare provider, and that's an important place to invest. Every other living former president, or most of them, if not all of them, has participated in public campaigns. They did not need an engraved invitation to do so. So he may decide he should do that. If so, great. But there are a lot of different ways to engage, to reach out, to ensure that people of a range of political support and backing know the vaccine is safe and effective. Go ahead, Amy.
This comes as multiple different sources are urging former President Donald Trump to tell his supporters to go out and get vaccines. In fact, a former coronavirus testing czar says that it's very important for former President Donald Trump to encourage his followers to get vaccinated. Admiral Brett Giroir said Monday that it's, quote, very important for former President Donald Trump to encourage his supporters to get vaccinated. Admiral Brett Giroir says, I think it's very important for former President Donald Trump, as well as former Vice President, to actively encourage all the followers to get the vaccine. The Admiral is the former Assistant Secretary for Health at the Department of Health and Human Services. Quote, this is something that the Trump administration developed under its time, and I think, like all of the above, including the former president speaking out, would be very important. This comes as there is a huge disparity between Republicans and Democrats versus who wants to get the vaccine. 49% of Republican men say they do not want to get the vaccine in a brand new poll. This is a huge difference versus Democrats. About 30% of Americans overall do not plan on getting vaccinated, but the polls are much, much higher for the amount of Republicans that do not want to get vaccinated, with as high as 49% of men, Republican men, not wanting it. And 41% of overall Republicans, men and women, say they do not want to get any of the vaccines. In comparison, 87% of Democrats included in the survey said they planned on getting or already had received the vaccine. Compared to Republicans, 56% said they would get the vaccine or had already gotten the vaccine. So literally 87% of Democrats said they would get the vaccine or have gotten it, and only 56% of Republicans say they will get it. It's very weird how the vaccine and the virus has become political, and it's very different based on if you talk to a Republican or a Democrat. It's almost all Democrats, almost 9 in 10 want to get the vaccine, where only about 5 in 10 of Republicans want to get the vaccine. That's a huge, huge difference. Let me know your thoughts, why you think it's a political thing, why it's a Democrat versus Republican thing. You could get Democrats and Republicans in the room, and they just have completely different views on the vaccine and the virus in general. It's kind of crazy. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. The IRS is starting to come out with more data on the stimulus checks. the unemployment credits and more details regarding the whole entire stimulus package in general, they say that nearly 7 million tax returns have not been processed by the IRS because of brand new stimulus changes that have happened in the third stimulus check package. IRS spokesman Robert Marvin told the Washington Post that while most refunds take 21 days to be issued after filing season starts, some refunds may take longer. In addition to this, the Government Accountability Office found in March that from 2010 to 2019, IRS staffing was down by almost 23%, and its budget was cut by an additional 20%, factoring into the processing delays that must be resolved manually. Democratic lawmakers have expressed concern with the backlog the IRS is experiencing and the effects the backlog has on taxpayers who need their refunds or stimulus checks to stay afloat. The House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal and the House Oversight Subcommittee Chairman Bill Parcell called for the IRS to extend tax filing season on March 8th, citing the lack of help taxpayers were receiving from the agency. In addition to this, 21 Democrats, led by Senate Majority Whip Dick Durbin, called on Friday for the IRS to remove the current requirement of an amended tax return for taxpayers who have already filed and want to account for tax relief in the stimulus bill. Quote, we recognize the changes of implementing the change in tax law during the filing season, particularly as millions of Americans have already filed their tax returns for 2020. This underscores the need for the Treasury and the IRS to take every action to ensure that all eligible individuals, including those who have already filed their 2020 taxes, are aware of and are able to receive this critical relief. We have brand new guidance from the IRS on the $10,200 income tax credit for unemployed individuals that goes retroactive back to 2020 last year, but was passed in the third stimulus check package. If you had any unemployment income in the year 2020, you can receive up to $10,200 of unemployment income, whether it's unemployment bonus income, unemployment state income, any unemployment income. The first $10,200 of that income will now be tax-free, but millions of Americans have already filed their 2020 tax return. The IRS is now saying do not file an amended tax return. The IRS says jobless Americans should wait to file an amended tax return to get a new tax break on unemployment benefits received last year. The American Rescue Plan, the third stimulus check package, which President Biden signed into law on Thursday, waives federal taxes on up to $10,200 of unemployment benefits for single adults who earn less than $150,000 a year in 2020, double that for a married couple. Amounts over $10,200 are still taxable. States may also decide not to offer the tax break. This will likely mean an extra $1,000 to $2,000 in your pocket as an additional refund or an additional stimulus from the government because of this new provision that passed in the third stimulus check. The IRS now says those who filed a tax return before the third stimulus check package became law, basically on Thursday, should wait to file an amended return until the IRS issues additional information. Quote, for those who received unemployment benefits last year and have already filed their 2020 tax returns, the IRS emphasizes they should not file an amended return at this time until the IRS issues additional guidance. The IRS says that they have received nearly 56 million returns and processed nearly 49 million of them as of March 5th. So basically, if you had unemployment income last year, do not file an amended tax return yet. It also might be a good idea to, if you haven't filed yet, but you had unemployment income, maybe wait a little bit because the IRS is going to be issuing new guidance for us. It's your choice if you want to file it right away. If you have a refund coming or anything like that, by all means, that is your decision whether you want to hold it or file it. But apparently, if you've already filed a 2020 tax return and you have unemployment income, and this new provision from the third stimulus check will get you more money, likely $1,000 or $2,000, a little bit less, a little bit more, depending on your tax bracket. You'll have to wait and see. I will keep you updated as soon as the IRS issues new guidance on this. We're also waiting for new guidance on multiple different things, really, from the third stimulus check package: mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, and utility assistance. That is passed from the third stimulus check, but not available yet. I'll keep you up to date on that, as well as the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credits that are going to be paid to the parents or the claimer of the dependents, $250 to $300 per month. They're setting up a system on that. We're waiting for more guidance on that as well. I'll keep you up to date on that, as well as the adult earned income tax credit for childless workers and for lower middle income Americans. There's a tax credit for you as well. And we're waiting for guidance on all those things. Probably a few more things that I forgot, but I'll be keeping you up to date on all these things going forward, as well as the fourth stimulus check package, Social Security, student loan forgiveness, and more. Also, the IRS Get My Payment tool is up and functioning for some people. A lot of people, it says payment status not available. And well, there's a lot of reasons why this could be, and really we don't know most of them because the IRS is notoriously slow. But one reason seems to be if you get a paper check in the mail and you do not get direct deposit, it's very likely that your status is saying not available. And the reason for this is because they have not printed out your checks yet. So they have not printed out any paper checks yet. They're expected to do so within the next few days. I will keep you up to date. Honestly, I've been seeing several different dates between a few days from now to a week from now. And I really don't want to quote you on that because it could happen faster, it could happen slower. I'll keep you up to date as soon as they start printing the paper checks. The direct deposits, a lot of people have gotten them already. In fact, if you got your direct deposit, comment down below so our viewers can see. Comment what bank you're with. Don't put your bank account information or anything like that. Just say a Huntington Bank or Chase Bank. But let me know if you're pending or not. Have you got the deposit? Is it cleared or is it pending? There's a lot of people that are pending until March 17th, and a lot of banks are getting criticism on this, including Huntington Bank, Chase Bank, and JP Morgan, among, I believe, Bank of America too. They're being criticized for literally holding the money, even though they already have the money from the IRS. That's why it's pending in your account. They know that their $1,700 has been sent to them for your account, but they're holding the money. And a lot of people are criticizing this because they say a lot of these big banks actually get $5 million a day in overdraft fees. So, number one, if all these people had an additional $1,400 or more, a family of four will get $5,600. They wouldn't be getting overdraft fees because they'd have extra money in their account. So, that would negate $5 million a day on average for these big banks on overdraft fees. And they probably are earning interest on this or being able to use the money to gain interest on this as well. So these banks that are pending the accounts are getting a lot of criticism right now that they literally could be making tens of millions of dollars a day just by delaying your stimulus deposit and pending it until the 17th or even later in some cases. Also, there's no guarantees that it's pending till the 17th that it will actually become available on the 17th. So I'll keep you up to date as it's literally crazy by the day. I'll have another update for you guys tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern time, which is 8 p.m. West Coast time, as this situation is unfolding. So don't miss out on that video. If you haven't yet subscribed down below, it's completely free to do so, so you won't miss out on new videos. After subscribing, click the bell icon to get all notifications. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 8 p.m., and sometimes 11 p.m. Eastern. I'll keep you up to date on the third stimulus check, as well as the fourth stimulus check, the upcoming $200 per month Social Security increase, $10,000 of student loan forgiveness, and all the other things coming out, including the minimum wage raise that probably will be seeing a lot of information here very soon. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon, and I teach them how to do that. And me and my wife sell products on Amazon as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.